There's nothing worse than flying off on a long-awaited holiday only to get to the other end and find your luggage doesn't come round the carousel. Lost cases are sure to put a downer on your breakaway and can see you spending precious vacation time trudging around buying emergency toiletries and underwear. It was recently reported that a staggering 26 million pieces of luggage were delayed, lost or damaged in 2022. Which sadly means that it's a common occurrence. This holidaymaker's luggage went AWOL, and when it did eventually arrive there was a missing item and there was also damage to her property. They said, "Our holiday was ruined by several issues with our luggage. It was initially delayed, and when the items eventually arrived, they were scuffed, bashed and one bag was missing. Is there any way to get compensation?" Advice Direct Scotland replied, "When hold luggage is lost, damaged, or delayed, you are entitled to make a claim against the airline responsible. If your journey consisted of traveling with 2 or more airlines, it would usually be the last airline you use that you would take your claim to, however you could make a claim to any. The maximum claim you can make to the airline is £1,000, but it is rare that an airline would ever pay this amount. If you have travel insurance or a home contents policy that covers luggage and contents, then it might be easier to make a claim this way, and they may pay more than the airline. However, it is important to remember that you may have to pay in excess for any claim that you make on an insurance policy. You can make a claim to the airline for the cost of buying essentials such as underwear or toiletries if your luggage was delayed. This type of claim would normally only be made if the problem occurred on the outward journey, because you would be likely to have access to other essentials if the delay happened on your return home. Delayed or missing luggage claims can be made up to 21 days after the baggage has been returned. If your luggage was lost or damaged after being checked in with the airline, then you may be entitled to make a claim against them. It is important to note that airlines will consider the age of any items and are unlikely to cover the cost of replacing an old item with a new one. You would usually be unable to make a claim for any fragile or valuable items that were in your checked bag or if your luggage was faulty. Lost or stolen items, or damaged baggage claims, should be made within 7 days of your luggage being returned. Your first step in making a claim is to report the issue at the airport and complete a property irregularity report with them. If you have not done this already, then you should contact the airline as soon as possible and ask them to confirm in writing that this has been actioned. When it comes to making a claim against the airline, this should be done in writing, although it is always best to ask what each individual airline's official process is. It is likely that you will have to provide details of the flight, such as flight number, dates, departure point and destination, proof that you reported the problem to the airline, receipts for anything you had to buy or that has been lost or damaged, and photos of any damaged items. When sending receipts, make sure to send a copy and keep the originals. Advice Direct Scotland runs consumeradvice.scot, Scotland's national consumer service, which offers advice and information on a range of consumer-related topics including travel, consumer rights and scams. There is a dedicated page for holiday and travel issues. For more information, visit www.consumeradvice.scot/summer holidays. You can also contact Consumer Advice Scot by telephone on 0808 164 6000, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can access free, impartial advice on any topic from Advice Scott by contacting 0808 800 9060 or by visiting .advice.scott. Advice is available to everyone in Scotland, at no cost, regardless of personal circumstance.